How do you handle things that you're going through personally when you're on the radio? Stuff like a parent with dementia or a brother with brain cancer. Like, are you somebody that shares a lot of that with your audience, or do you keep most of that private?
Um, I share it with the audience. But the stuff with my dad with dementia, I sh- I shared less of the specifics. I shared that my dad had Alzheimer's. It's such an ugly disease, and he was not really able to like sign off on that. And my mom and sister live in the area,
Sure.
and some of the things that happen with that disease are just so ugly that I wasn't really. It didn't feel fair to my dad
Yep.
to share it because he wasn't him for the last few years. So I just would talk about that my dad had dementia. With brain cancer and my brother, Brad had been on the show. Brad came on the show to talk about his diagnosis. So I talked about it much more openly. We've raised money for brain cancer in his honor on the show a couple of times. So that I talked about more. Um, there were just hard days. Like I'd go and be with him in the morning and then, drive in, and it's like I'm leaving him and he's in whatever state of decline he was in. And then it's like I'm processing that. And it's like, okay, now I've got to come up with a take on the Bears offensive line or
Yeah.
the Cubs lineup or whatever it is. And so it was sometimes like just for my own like reset. Like the audience is coming to us to escape, but sometimes for my own reset, I would need to have like a little bit of a moment of transparency of like, hey guys, this is what I'm going through.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to this stuff, but just FYI, A, B, and C thing, and then get into it. So it was never like a daily or even weekly or monthly thing, but I talked about my brother quite a bit.